How's it going, guys and gals? My name is Beckett, and welcome back to the channel. And welcome back to another Sealed Knot video. They have returned. It's been a while. Now, I think the last time I counted it said 7 months. Me and editing check that. But yeah, we have returned. We are back with it, and I'm pumped, as always. I'm always pumped to record one of these videos. It's fun. It's, SK events are always fun in general. Like I said in last year's Edge Hill video, Compton Verney, the ABH, the last SK video of last year. Like I said then, going to SK events is really fun just because of the people. Well, for me it's the people mainly, and obviously the secondary thing is obviously then being able to make content not only for myself and to progress my channel, but also to promote the Sealed Knot. Which is something I care very much about, so yeah. So before I get into this, if you're new to the channel as a whole, and this is the first time that my face is being shown to you, and you're wondering what the hell is the Sealed Knot, or the SK, then please, go to the link in the description, you'll find a video titled something along the lines of Sealed Knot Introductory video, or something like that, which does what it says on the tin. It is a little video I put together of different clips from an interview I did, from some other things, other things that I've done for my Sealed Knot content on this channel, or like melded into one, just to help you understand what this whole thing is. So to begin with, the battle of this video took place over the early May bank holiday, the 20. Well, the battles were on the 30th and were on the 30th of May and the 1st of May. No, sorry, the 30th of it. The 30th of April and the 1st of May. Bloody hell, that's a tongue twister. That is 30th of April and 1st of May. Thank you, Jesus. Oh god. Just for context, I've done this intro a few times already now. Like maybe this is like the third time. I still cannot get through the first take of saying the 30th of April and the 1st of May. I cannot do it. Jesus. But yeah, so the battles took place on the 30th of April and the 1st of May. And I didn't get any footage of it, but on the Saturday, the 29th of April, there were some displays happening in the town centre of the place where the event was. That place being Monmouth, in Wales. So yeah, there were a few things there. There was a fashion show, a similar fashion show as well, but I did not attend that. Yeah, so today's one was a battle in Monmouth, Wales, and it wasn't, from what I could tell, it wasn't reenacting any specific battle. It was just reenacting a general siege. Because the battle was the Siege of Monmouth, and from what I've looked up and what the information I've been given, Monmouth was often used. Was quite a good strategic stronghold point. It was like a good place to hold, and obviously it was evidently it was constantly getting attacked and people were laying siege to it, so there's not any specific battle history, but I do have a bit of a summary. But I will get to the battle history in a second, because before that, I want to give a little shout out to a friend of mine. And for those of you who have expressed their, I'll just say, disinterest in my introductory ramblings, or my ramblings at the start of my videos. For those of you who want to get onto the main video, please go to the time index that will show up somewhere in this video, in this box here, and go to that time index and you can watch the main video and skip my ramblings. But for those of you who don't mind it or quite enjoy it, then stick around. So, I want to give a shout out to a good friend of mine, and a good friend being Ian Norris, who some of you may recognise the name of, or some of you may recognise him by Crossfire Studios or Crossfire Garage. And I want to give him a shout out because this video was filmed on a new camera, which is 10 times better than the one I had before. So this is a I say non-brand. It's a company made it, but but it's one of those things that's sort of like it's not, it doesn't have any brand name on the actual product, and it's quite a cheap little thing. It's under 100 quid, and it's sort of like a sort of very low entry level sort of piece of camera kit to start with camera work. But it is a good, it is good. And the fact that I've settled with it for, well, over a year now is evidence to that. I mean, it does work. But like I said, originally I wanted a new face cam because right now I'm using my old Huawei Android phone. And I wanted a new face cam just like using a phone. I mean, not that the phone is bad, but you know, I like something a bit more official. That's why I just wanted something different. And basically, I went to my friend, I went to Yarn, and I said, do you have any good camera recommendations? And the camera he recommended was this little beauty. The Sony Cybershot DSC HX60. This thing's a fucking beauty. Now, like this one, this is also a good entry-level one. But this is more sort of thing of if you do have over 100 quid that you can spend quite comfortably and not have to worry about anything else. I got this as a birthday present, so that's how I have it. But that's what today's video that's what today's video has been recorded on. It is 10 times better than this thing. Again, not putting shade or anything on this thing. It is a good entry level camera. It's a pretty cheap camera. What you get, and it's decent. But now, obviously, I now have this, and again, I know it is much better. So I got this one from CEX, and I got it for 107 quid. I think it was around about that number. Although my memory is not a very good source to go on, but I think that from memory that was like about 107 quid, and but it is just decent. It's got optical zoom, so there is not an ounce of quality of video quality or pixel lost when you zoom in. It stays the image stays the exact same, and the image in general is just really good. It's got some good quality. I'll put a side by side comparison up, so you can see both the old camera and the new camera, what the difference is. But no, it's a good little camera. The one drawback this does have, I don't know if it's, and I don't think it might be not even be the camera's fault. It might just be my editing software, but when I load the footage from the camera onto DaVinci Resolve, for some reason it tends to squish into more of a square resolution, and not like the 1080p resolution. Which does mean that I then have to manually adjust stretch it to make it like fit and actually return it to its original format. But yeah. Apart from that, it's a good camera. I just wanted to give a few minutes or a minute or two just to say how good it is, and just to thank Yarn for recommending it to me, because it is a good camera. This camera will now be designated a backup camera. So if, for example, I ever need to if I ever obviously this thing has a time, obviously this one has a time cap on it. So if I ever have to do a thing, I'm doing a long shot and I need to, just in case, capture the footage between it stopping and me pressing the record button, I can use this thing to capture those bits in between. There are some other things that I will announce, but I'll wait till I myself am fully aware of if it's confirmed or not before I can announce it. So, with that all being said and done, let me give you a little summary of Monmouth's history in the Civil War. Monmouth was a stronghold from which attacks could be launched up the Severn River. This was particularly key in the long-running royalist attempt to seize Gloucester. Because of that, Monmouth was a key strategic position that changed hands several times over the Civil War between the royalist and parliamentary forces. Parliamentarian Lieutenant Colonel Edward Macy, under the command of the Earl of Stamford, had been made Deputy Governor of Gloucester. He was heavily involved in an early parliamentary invasion of the southwest. Later, in 1644, he became commander of the Western Association. So there you have it. Bit of a backstory to Monmouth as a whole in the Civil War. Well, that is all. So that's all for that. Nothing much else I want to say. There's one more bit that I will go over after the battle video, just because it's an important thing to discuss. And because of that, I will say it now that at the end of the month, the late May bank holiday, if after this video you have watched it and you're interested in coming to see us again, then please and do please either go online to the similar website, which will be in the link in the description. But have a look at that and have a look for the Siege of Monmouth. No, not Monmouth. I've already done one. The Siege of the Siege of Stanway House, right? That's what it. I've forgotten it now. Is it Gloucester? Yeah, it was Gloucester. Okay, yeah, it was right. The Siege of Gloucester. I'll put a little the little poster that we've been provided with up here as well, so you can have a look at that. So pause and have a look at it. But yeah, that's where we'll be at the end of the month, the late May bank holiday, and yeah. So I just wanted to say again, if this is the first time you're watching the channel, or this is the first time you've encountered one of my SK videos, and after this video you are intrigued about the SK and maybe considering joining up, or you're just intrigued about how things go on behind the scenes, then please do go into the link in the description and have a look at the behind the scenes video. And if you want to, you can also go onto my channel, onto playlists, find the sealed knot, and on every single one of the videos there is also the behind the scenes to those videos as well, so you can have a look at the other ones that are there as well. Well, that's all said and done. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you afterwards. Enjoy. welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that video. I definitely enjoyed making it, as I always do. And now it's time for me to get a little bit more serious. So, I think a month or two ago, like a month or two, leading up to this event, the Seal Knot lost a very valuable member, and to celebrate this member and his life and what he brought to the Seal Knot, at the end of Saturday's battle, on the battlefield, the armies made a parade and had a moment of silence to remember this member, and they held a moment of silence to remember this member. And proceeding what this little bit here will be a little recording I took of the ceremonial parade that the Seal Knot held on the end of Saturday's battle for this member. The person I'm on about is a man called Geoffrey Martin Hartnell, and he played a very fundamental role in ensuring the future of the Seal Knot. Those of you who saw the last Seal Knot video I did, the Edge Hill ABH from 2022, you might recognise the term the Apprentices. That's because Jeff was the founder of the Apprentices. From what I read of the little memoriam page that was dedicated to him in the Seal Knot annual magazine issue. So Jeff was the founder of the Apprentices, and his goal was to help prepare the young people in the Seal Knot, to prepare them from when they could eventually become part of their own armies on the battlefield at the age of 16. He wanted to use his experience with working with children to made that goal possible. I know that in the last video I have put in a negative light to my experience with the Apprentices, although I will make an addendum to that and admit that as much as I wasn't something I would have chosen for myself, I can't deny I did have some fun times. I say that because there are pictures, like for example, one of the pictures that's up on our wall on our stairway in this house. There is a picture of me in full kit as a musketeer in the Apprentices musket block, pointing my musket at the people in living history, I believe I was, and smiling my face off. So as much as I have talked negatively of my own experience in the Apprentices, I cannot completely say it wasn't a good time, because evidently it wasn't. Now, I don't remember vividly anything specific, but all I do know was that he was a good mentor. He was a good teacher of what's the word I'm looking for? Ways of the Seal Knot, like the ways of the battlefield, how to do all the maneuvers and like load the musket and handle the pike and everything else. He was a good teacher of that. And I think that if instead of doing this, I had decided to go on the field, that I would have been more than ready enough and prepared enough to do it, and that would have been all because of him. But I think that's all from me. I've said all I can. I've said all I can say from my own experience. All that's left to do now is to play the little tribute video I did using the recording of using the footage I got from the parade in honor of Jeff. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
So as the apprentices leave the battlefield, those are the future of the society. Many of those that are standing in front of you in the armies have gone through the hands of Geoffrey Hartnell, who was the master of apprentices for many years, and he taught them how to operate as if they were fighting just like the adults do, so that when they go onto the field, they are already prepared.